One of the things I need to point out is that this was the brainchild of Sheriff John Tharp. He recognized back in July of 2014, and just probably earlier than that we had a serious health problem in Lucas County. We had inmates in our facility that were detoxing, withdrawing. They looked like Backstreet Boys. These were clean-cut kids. They weren't your stereotype. We soon realized that addiction was a disease. There's no defined user. It could be anybody in this room. And I can guarantee, and I've told many forums this up in Lucas County, that before the end of the year, you may, if you don't know now, you probably will know somebody with this addiction. It will impact you. We are now an 18-member unit, multi-jurisdictional, cooperating with each other. And it just isn't law enforcement cooperating. Jennifer Moses, to my right, is in charge of the ZEF Center. Our mental health board, hospitals, courts now have jumped on board, our community. It's taking that whole village idea to work together. Our success rate is 65%. I have 1,600 clients working with my officers. Now that doesn't mean they're successful in overcoming their addiction, but they are getting into detox. We have 16 beds in Lucas County for about 10,000 addicts. That usually stuns people, and it should, but we work our hardest every day to make sure that we're supporting these ladies and gentlemen that are addicted. One of the bigger issues that we're finding is that the support needs to be there 24 hours a day. And each one of my officers is available 24 hours a day. We have them call us and say, I relapsed today. Don't be mad at me. Well, we're not going to take you to jail, but you're going to go back into detox. You're going to go back into the services that we can provide for you. And many people have jumped on it. You know, we get private organizations like Arrowhead. They donated $81,000 in services just this year for us. That's an amazing feat by any private company. And now we have private donors coming in. The Attorney General has helped us out financially. Our own Lucas County commissioners have helped us out. And we continue to grow. But we can't do this by ourselves. And I guess the biggest thing I want everyone to take away from this is it's going to take everybody working together. I can tell you that Toledo police arrest people on a regular basis or try to charge people with overdoses. It's not happening anymore. They're waiting to see what we're doing with them first. And then we're going to go into that next phase if they don't work out. And then, if they go into the court and they get charged, DART is still there working with them. We don't intercede with their criminal charges. But you'd be amazed by what they tell us. And what the dealers, they're basically telling us where their dealers are at and who they are. They're destroying their lives and their families' lives. So once they're in recovery, we pass that intelligence on to whatever jurisdiction is interested. It's an amazing, amazing unit, and it's done wonders. I think my Chief Deputy, William Talbot, said it best. We're an untapped resource right now, but a lot of agencies are starting to realize what we're getting. Like I said, this addiction is a disease, and it's going to take a whole community from the highest parts of government down to the bottom to work together to fix this. Thank you.
Thanks, Lieutenant Cummings, very, very much. He made reference to Jennifer Moses sitting to his right, the Chief Executive Officer at the ZEF Center. Nice to see you again. She's been there since 2004, and frankly, when she came in, she won't tell you the story, I will. She took over what has been described as a dying company, fully extended on a line of credit, no assets, and a poor reputation. That has been turned into a thriving organization, which is making a huge difference in our community. Here's Jennifer Moses.
Thank you, Jerry. To just kind of take over where we left off as far as access, ZEF Center has been a behavioral health provider for over 40 years. And it became clear to us that we needed to address the needs of the entire person. That just dealing with their mental health issues and we had a small track of drug and alcohol was not helping them get better overall or having long-term success or get to the highest level of recovery. So through partnerships and mergers and service expansion, we've added gaps that we found within our services and that our patients have needed over the years to make sure that we're getting them all of those the resources and services needed. In 2014, we merged with Compass, which was at that time one of the largest drug and alcohol providers in this area. They had inpatient unit, and they had a much more in-depth drug and alcohol outpatient program, as well as medicated assisted treatment, excuse me. We worked with them to expand services because it is limited. Access is very difficult, and our goal was to expand treatment. Since the merger, we've added 3 addiction doctors. We've increased our capacity in our methadone clinic by 80%. We see between 550 and 600 patients daily at the methadone clinic, depending on take-homes. For our Suboxone clinic, we've had a 50% increase since 2014, and we've had almost 2,000 individuals treated in our inpatient facility in Lucas County since then. And although our inpatient is located in Lucas County, we get referrals from across the state and from outside of the state, and not just Michigan. We've had individuals from Rhode Island. I think that's a part of the South. We've had actually fly for treatment because they couldn't get access there in their state either. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Additionally, to address long-term issues with recovery, we added a recovery housing program. Thanks to a grant available to us by Attorney General DeWine's office, we were able to take the old treatment facility from Compass post-merger and change it into recovery housing level 3 that has 105 residents every day. And people move in and out on a regular basis. They can stay as long as they need to, but we very rarely have an empty bed. As Javi knows, his office is over there. Wood County, we just added a recovery housing program. We'll have 10 to 12 for a male facility. And access is still a problem. We turn people away. And what we do is we have a walk-in clinic that addresses needs, and we're full by 10 o'clock in the morning and opens at 8:30. Additional barriers to treatment that we struggle with on a regular basis is the inability to expand the number of beds that we have to allow people access to inpatient treatment. The workforce is depleted. I mean, we're having a hard time finding qualified, licensed individuals to provide the support services needed for treatment. Housing, addressing restitution, court records, employment and people employed, driver's license, and mothers with children is just a whole other issue. We lose so many women in treatment because they want to go home with their kids. There's just not facilities that accommodate them having their children with them during the treatment process or a sober living. It's so limited in this area. Over 80% of the individuals that we treat across our agency, which is close to 8,000 adults, are dually diagnosed, which means they struggle with both mental illness and drug and alcohol addiction. And we find having these customized individual treatment plans that allow us to make sure that we're addressing all of the needs of the person, allowing them to get to their highest level of recovery. So it's just not, the same program for everyone. One shoe does not fit all. It's very important to have partnerships that bring in alternatives. We work with Racing for Recovery. That is a different approach to treatment than our traditional approach that has been very successful at the agency. And we find that the individuals that have come through 1 or 2 times are saying, why didn't you have this before? So that individualized approach, very customized treatment, is crucial to long-term success.
Thank you, Jennifer, so very much. Let's get down to Jonas now. This is Jonas Tom. He's the Vice President of Behavioral Health for CareSource. He leads programs all across all markets in health insurance products. He's responsible for developing and implementing strategies for all behavioral health-related clinical and fiscal programs. Glad you're here.
Thank you. Thanks, Jerry, and thanks, Representative Lada, and thanks to all of you for coming. CareSource is a fairly large insurer in Ohio. We serve about 1.5 million members. We're a nonprofit, mission-driven health plan. And as such, behavioral health is central to what we do. As Jerry and really everyone has said, we recognize that substance abuse needs and current issues around opiates and the opiate crisis requires all of us to be part of the solution. And CareSource is doing a number of things that we hope are helping address both treatment access and decrease of kind of supply. And we think all payers in managed care plans have an obligation to kind of be part of the solution. One of the things we've done is work with folks like Jennifer and Mercy Health Systems and other providers to say, what can we do to decrease your burden so that you can increase access to substance abuse treatment? And so we've done things like take all authorizations and limits off of all outpatient, traditional outpatient services. We've also started a gold carding program for prescribers who prescribe and meet certain quality standards. We'll take all authorization off of those prescribers as well. We've also added services to our service array. I'm proud to say we were the first plan in Ohio, and indeed in many of our markets, to cover naloxone as a pharmacy benefit. We figured out how to do that with the inhaler, and add screening and care coordination codes for primary care, so primary care docs and pediatricians could identify behavioral health needs, substance abuse needs, and so forth. We also have a lot of data. And so one of the things we think that payers can do, and Care Source is trying to do, is share that data with providers so that providers can better provide access to care and coordinate care. Some of the things we have, with information out there about it, if providers are here or unaware, we have a member portal that providers can look up and see at an individual member level what medicines folks have been filling in order to obviously decrease inappropriate or maybe duplicative medicines. We also use data in a lot of other different ways with law enforcement and quality teams to really monitor maybe some bad actors out there and to try to identify prescribers who maybe aren't doing the best services in the world for folks. We also have a number of care coordination programs. So in addition to paying claims and having data, Care Source and all of our peer Medicaid managed care plans as well have care management programs that are based in the community and integrated with providers in order to better engage and retain folks in care. Finally, we're doing a number of things around prevention and education. As the doctor said at the beginning, we work a great deal with our prescribers and health partners around opiate prescription guidelines and using pain management scales, functional scales, and other kinds of tools that will allow folks to better communicate with their doctor around their pain and their functional abilities. So again, Care Source believes we need to be, we have an obligation to be part of the solution. We're doing all we can to try to improve access, improve quality, and decrease problems with supply.
Panel members, thank you all so very, very much. No applause yet, because now we're going to put them to work answering your questions. But would you agree, we have panelists who are out there on the front line. They're out there where the rubber meets the road. They are solution-oriented. So now let's get to some of your questions. And by the way, I do a little interview show called Leading Edge, and I like to write provocative questions. If any of you ever want to come up and work for me, I just got your questions. You folks are good. You'd be welcome up there anytime. By the way, thanks to the University of Findlay Telecom people and WBGU. Two different places recording this for future broadcasts. Watch their websites and announcements of the playback of this. We think this might go to Jennifer Moses or Precious Stevie. I just sense somebody in a family just hurting here. At what point does a family need to take a step back when a loved one is an addict? How do you recognize that you yourself are enabling? And how do you find the line between loving and enabling? Oh, I can call on you.
First, let me preference, I'm not a clinician, so this would just be from my viewpoint as the CEO post-merger with Compass. I think it's very individualized to say this treatment is for our patients. That it's based on the family history, what's happened, where they're at as a family at the point of recovery, whether they view it as participating, enabling, or what's the next step for them. We have support groups, we have counselors available that help them work through those issues as a family to see what's the best approach to help their loved one succeed in their recovery process.
Well, close to your microphone if you can, please. Thank you.
If you're not aware, in your resource packet, there's information. There is a You're Not Alone support group here that is for families who are struggling with a loved one that is dealing with this issue. So you could actually get some of those answers from somebody who's having that exact lived experience, which I agree is very individualized. In addition to that, there is a specialized training called CRAFT that helps teach families how to approach their loved one, kind of conversations, and what that balance is. And in September, we will be hosting community trainings on that program to try and help, once again, empower all of us to address the issue.
This one's 710 chronic, but I may need some medical help, doctor. You always talk about naloxone. You guys have it. It's the stuff, if somebody's dying, right, from a heroin overdose, you give them naloxone, you can save a life, yes?
Correct.
We see it on TV. Can you get it without a prescription? Yes?
Yes.
The question goes to, is there any potential to abuse naloxone, which is being handed out to treat overdose victims? There is no potential abuse for naloxone. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's an antagonist, so it blocks the opioid receptors. If you were to sell it to someone with opioid use disorder, you probably won't get a single dime for it. So it's totally useless when it comes to that. But it is a life-saving drug when it comes to overdose.
And let me, while I have you done, there's also the treatment, the Vivitrol, that kind of takes away that urge. Suboxone. Somebody wanted to know, when are we going to get more doctors who can prescribe more Suboxone? Right now, is it limited to 100 patients per doctor? Something very limited?
Yes. So initially, during your first year of when you get the waiver to be able to prescribe Suboxone, you are allowed 30 patients. And then after that, the limit is 100 patients. And you could write up to 3 days of prescription without the waiver. So I guess that's kind of the idea is that giving a prescription is one thing, but it needs a lot of monitoring. So that's kind of the whole idea behind putting a cap on the number of prescriptions that these doctors can write. And again, it goes to the same diversion and so on and so forth. So yes, it is very much underutilized in terms of the number of prescribers that we have. So one of the, I think the idea is to see if we could get an increase in the limit to take the cap off and move it a little bit up, considering the epidemic.
Who sets that limit, just so I understand? Who would have to change that number?
It will be, for us, it will be the FDA.
Okay. Good one. Coming up right here. We're talking about these opioid painkillers in the first place. And we say, well, they're being overprescribed. I heard something from you earlier, doctor, about a prescription reporting method. But then comes this. What about people like me caught in the middle? When doctors drastically reduce pain meds or cut them off completely. I talked with a veteran tonight, extensive nerve damage. He said the only thing between me and a life of constant pain is painkillers.
Listen, I think the pendulum has to be somewhere in the middle. I mean, we can't just shift altogether to left or to the right. And this is every day we come across patients when we ask them for urine drug screens and things like these. Their first response to us is that, you're accusing me of abusing drugs. And I mean, we take different measures to address this problem. But clearly, these medications are life-saving drugs too. If you have chronic pain, opiates, they have always been, historically, they have been the number one medications prescribed. But I think safe prescribing practices should not affect these patients.
Thank you so very much. Senator Fleming, earlier you hit on something people were like, treatment beds available for those who need them. Run those numbers by me again, please.
In Lucas County, we have 16. We have 8 additional. Those are for the dual diagnosis patients and about 10,000 addicts. We've got 1,600 just in DART right now that are working with us. I've got about, well, including me, 18 officers, so you do the math. We're on our phone 24/7, and Jennifer sees a lot of us.
This is Indy. This is Indy.
I've got my eyes on you. I've got my eyes on you.
And this is Findley's Indy. 88.3 WLFC.
Underwriting provided by Heavenly Pizza, 1404 North Main Street, Findlay, 419-423-7494. UF students get 10% off with ID.
Why do I choose Union Bank? Convenience. At work, home, or out and about. I can check my balance from my smartphone, laptop, or tablet, and even deposit a check. I'll find convenient locations all across the region with a staff who cares, from my community, and a great network of ATMs. So there's always one close by. Visit theubank.com and see just how convenient your community bank is for you. Thank you, Omar. Member FDIC.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry. Go along, son.
it's always worth it.
Whoa, master!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. You can do it here. But you probably won't. You're busy. Kids, work, show coming back in 48 seconds. So let's do this now. Hold up one finger if you're a man, women, 0. 3 more fingers if you're over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40. If you're not sure, keep in mind you're sitting on a couch right now, so 1 more finger if you're not very active. 1 finger if yes, 0 if no. 1 yes, 0 no. Next, find the body type that looks most like you and hold up that many fingers while I look around awkwardly. And that's it. If you're holding up 5 fingers or more, you probably have prediabetes. Sorry to be so blunt, but hey, you're busy. Just go to the site.
I choose Union Bank? Because they understand that I work hard for my money and deserve a reward, like everyday rewards checking. A checking account that rewards you with a refund on your ATM charges. Plus, you can get paid cash rewards or great interest rate rewards just for using your debit card or paying a bill online, right from your phone or tablet. Stop by the Union Bank today and ask about everyday rewards checking, or visit us online. Your community bank. Union Bank. Member FDIC.
I'm Jenny Garth, and as a mother of 3, I know kids worry about a lot of things. Getting enough food to eat shouldn't be one of them. But here in America, that is a real worry for 1 in 5 children. This is unacceptable, and something Feeding America is working to solve. Through a nationwide network of food banks, Feeding America serves virtually every community in the United States, including yours. See how you can help your community. Visit feedingamerica.org. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're Feeding America.
Why do I choose Union Bank? Because they understand that
Underwriting provided by Heavenly Pizza, 1404 North Main Street, Finley.
Oh, and there goes the third one.
7494. UF students get 10% off with ID.
Why do I choose Union Bank? Convenience. At work, home, or out and about. I can check my balance from my smartphone, laptop, or tablet, and even deposit a check. I'll find convenient locations all across the region with a staff who cares, from my community, and a great network of ATMs, so there's always one close by. Visit theubank.com and see just how convenient your community bank is for you. Thank you, Omar. Member FDIC.
It's not always easy being a dad.
Do you have panda asthma too? Does that run in the family? This is the home of the most priceless kung fu artifacts.
But when you make an effort,
Dad, we're not supposed to touch anything. Oh, sorry. Go along, son.
it's always worth it.
Whoa!
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life. Take time to be a dad today.
I am gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov to learn more.
Match time is scheduled for 7 p.m., so make sure you come out just a little bit early and cheer on your Oilers and congratulate our senior.
No hit point Oilers. Warrior substitution, number 7, Michelle Asidu. Point Oilers. Austin Johnson and ace. Warrior substitution, number 3, Allie Kelishaw. Molly Hammersmith. Warrior substitution, number 7, Megan Wendell. Warrior substitution, number 9, Madison Gilby. Molly Hammersmith. Warrior substitution, number 4, Jenna Hoppy. Warrior substitution, number 16, Valerie Kay. substitution, number 13, Allie Duncan. Kayla Carberry. Order substitution, number 11, Hannah Tong. Warrior substitution, number 15, Emily Garcia. Kayla Carberry. Double hit point Oilers. Warrior substitution, number 2, Karen Sid. That's third point Oilers. Warrior substitution, number 7, Michelle Asidu. Jay Hammersmith with a block. Timeout, Wayne State.
Underwriting provided by Heavenly Pizza, 1404 North Main Street, Findlay, 419-423-7494. UF students get 10% off with ID.
Biologistics is proud to support UFTV and the Findlay Media Network. Watch Oiler basketball live on uftv.findlay.edu.
substitution, number 9, Madison Gilby. Order substitution number 4, Jenna Hoppy. Timeout, Wayne State. Order substitution number 16, Alex Kay. Order substitution number 6, Amanda Winter. Next serve, point Oilers. Point Oilers. Warriors substitution, number 11, Avery Punches. Timeout, Finley. substitution, number 11, Anatone. All right, turn the oven on your feet. We're in match point Oilers. Warriors substitution, number 15, Natalie Garcia. Set number 3, Anna Matz, goes to your University of Findlay Oilers.
driveway of the apartment I was being. Sent your sister home in a cab. Said I would've walked across any thousand lands, but not many if you can. I didn't need you that night, not gonna need you anytime. Just gonna take it as it goes. I could go forward in the night when I better fold my clothes.
Don't freak out, but we've got to take a quick break.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure!
Finley's Indy, 88.3 WLFC.
Hello, Oiler fans. This is the play-by-play voice of the football Oilers, Tim Montgomery, inviting you to join me each and every week of the college football season for Oiler football right here on 88.3 WLFC. Rob Keys returns a lot of key players on both sides of the ball and will look to improve upon a 6-5 season a year ago. So make sure you join us for every play of Oiler football right here on the voice of the Oilers, 88.3 WLFC.
Findley's Indy is 88.3 WLFC.